How do you make your resume irresistibly attractive to employers? I'm George Manolov, founder of the Catapult Your Career Academy, and today I'm going to share with you a 3-step thought process or a framework you can think of, which if you implement next time when you revise your resume and send it to employers, they'll find it so sexy that they will want to invite you and meet you over an interview. Now, the way you can think about how do I make a certain employer get attracted to me over my resume, it's a very similar way, and I want you to really think about this process the same way you might approach the challenge of, hey, I came across this lady online, or somebody kind of like showed me this lady, and she looks really nice. Just like I came across this company, I came across this job opportunity. They look great. Now, I don't know yet because this is just first impression for me, and I want to engineer, so to say, like I want to create on my own and control a process in which I get to get attracted, like I get them to get attracted to me, and I get them to want to spend some time with me so that we can discover if we're a good fit for each other. I can learn more about them, they can find out about me that I exist, because right now they don't know. And once they find out and we spend time, we know whether we want to spend more time or not. Okay? So, the first step in this process, which is very basic, very simple, yet so crucial, because if you don't get this right, the other steps don't really matter, is that you create a good first impression. Meaning that if it's about a girl or a guy, matter of fact, like if you're a lady watching this video, you kind of have to, like the first time he or she sees you, like he sets eyes on you, you have to kind of look good, right? You have to look legit. You have to, I don't know, be showered, well-dressed. I don't know, you kind of have to create a good first impression. Yeah, hey, like, he's a nice guy, or hey, like, she's a nice, beautiful girl. You know, she looks fine. And the same thing, employers have to get the same impression when they look at your resume on or your CV. Like, they're watching it and they're like, hey, the text is well aligned. The headlines are kind of like well positioned. The size of all the letters and the headlines kind of makes sense. So the overall structure and formatting of the CV is solid. This guy or girl must be legit. Now, this is basics. If you don't have this, the other things really don't matter, because if you don't create a first good impression, employer wouldn't really want to get in deeper and read. Like if you have a sloppy CV where the sizes, the fonts are different, you know, like the headings and all the other stuff, fonts are different, they're not well aligned, they're not going to even care to read your resume down the line. Just like if a lady sees you and you're like, I don't know, it's as if you're just waking up from in the morning and your hair is all around the place and you're in your pajamas, chances are she may not really want to spend time with you. So you need to have this covered. Now, thing is, still, a lot of people have these basics covered. Like a lot of people look kind of okay. A lot of resumes look kind of okay. They're fine. They're structured well. But here comes step number 2, which is don't just create a first good impression, but think about how you can tailor that impression for the specific person, lady, or for the specific employer, because you know who they are. So you can research them. You can open their Facebook, you can open their website, and you can find out about more about them. You can see, like, if it's a girl, like step number 2 essentially is that you have to create an amazing first impression, and you need to show them, because you can research them, you need to show them that you are like each other in some way. Because people enjoy hanging out with other people who are like them. Like, for example, think about yourself and the people you spend most time with, your closest friends. You certainly have some major similarities. Maybe you like doing certain type of activities, or maybe you have some certain type of, I don't know, like you enjoy the similar type of music, or you have some major similarities, and that's what unites you. That's why you spend time with each other, and you are, so to say, of the same tribe, and you have to think of the same approach of how do I prove them, and how do I prove them extremely fast when they just set eyes on me and they're like, okay, we're of the same tribe, maybe we need to, like, it's worth getting to know each other. Now, in the case with a lady, you would simply have to, like, the approach would be, hey, if the girl is, you know, she takes very good care of herself. So she has all the, she has the nails, the hair, and she dresses kind of classy, you know, dresses and stuff. I'm not really an expert, but like, just, I'm sure you can imagine such type of woman. Then if you want to make her get at least interested in you or slightly attracted to you, you would have to kind of match her style more or less. So you would have to also dress classy. You would also have to put good shoes on, trousers, shirt, blazer, coat, whatever, depending. But you would think of, hey, how do I match her so we kind of look like each other, more or less. Now, this, again, for women and for guys, is something that a lot of people cover. But the good news is, for employers, almost nobody does this. Like, almost nobody thinks this way as to, hey, how do I show myself to the employer that I am very similar to him? Or how do I put in the effort? So instantly, the moment he sets eyes on my document, on my resume, he's like, whoa, I mean? Now, how can you do this here? Is that you can just open their website and you take a look at the covers that they have on their website. You look at the design structure of their online presence, and you make the effort, or you find somebody. If you cannot make it, you have a designer or somebody, and you tailor your resume so that, first of all, it has the absolute same colors that they use on their website of their brand, and even better if you can mirror as much as possible the design that they have on their website, on their online presence, and you can create the same feel for your resume. You're like, the moment you do this, you become like so sexy for the employer that they don't know anything about you yet. Like they haven't read your name, they haven't seen what's your degree, education, they haven't read anything about you. Zero, none. But they look at this CV, they look at this document, and it's like, okay, looks kind of well, and it looks very familiar to me. It's like I'm opening my website, or I'm just looking at my brochures. Like, this guy or girl, they have put in the effort. I want to learn more. I'm curious to meet them. I'm really like excited about, hey, what is this guy or girl? So you've gotten their attention. Now, this is very important. So you've gotten this amazing first impression. You've stood out from the crowd, and now you go to step number three. Step number three, which is that now that you've gotten their attention, you need to prove to them and to show to them that it's not just about you have some common stuff or you've put in some effort, but that you can do stuff together and that you fit well with each other. Meaning, like, if it's with a lady, you know, you have to kind of, like, this is when you already start, you know, maybe talking with her. That will be more or less the case, because she like, okay, you've created this good first impression, you've shown her that you're of the same tribe, and then you here kind of have to make the first step, and you kind of have to discover that you are, you know, like, you like snowboarding, she likes snowboarding. I don't know, or like you have similar common interests, or you have activities which fit with each other. Like, she likes cooking, you like dishwashing, let's say, for example. If it's like now with ladies again, it's a little harder because usually you have to make the first step yourself. So it's like you may feel a little more, I don't know, like stressed. Or I mean, if you're a girl, same thing. Like you have to make the first effort. Now with employers, it's actually simpler because you just send their CV. You just have to prepare it and think about your CV, and you have all the time in the world to do it in a proper way. So you prepare your CV. And in this CV, now you have to write it. The way you write it is so that you constantly think about the other person and everything you've done, all your experience, all your education. You have to kind of twist so that it's the moment he or she reads it, they're like, okay, we have common interests. It's not like just that we have this commonalities and he or she has put in the effort. But he actually, like, we have this need, we have this problem, and this candidate, he's offering us his skills who perfectly match and can solve our problem or can fill our need. And if you think very well about this, and if you research the job description that you found online, or you research the employer in depth, which I talk about in other videos, I'll link a video down in the description where you can learn about how do you identify employers and get to know them better. If you do this, and if you research everything about them online, then you can tailor such a made-to-measure resume specifically for them. So now you have created a good first impression, solid. Then you have created an amazing impression because like, whoa, I mean, step number 2 is like, step number 1, create a good impression. Step number 2, you've created like amazing, you're like, whoa. And step number 3 is you have showed them that it's not just about looks and, like superfluous stuff, but you are actually a good fit. And the moment you check these 1, 2, 3 boxes, they want to meet you. They cannot wait to meet you, my friend. So go out there, think about this process and start creating your resume. I'm thinking about in this way when I create my resumes or when I work with my clients one-on-one and we create their resumes and results come back very fast in a very positive way. I can't wait to hear about your results and how you try to tailor and implement this into your professional growth and your job hunt. And just let me know down in the comments, what do you think about it? If you have questions, comments, doubts, shoot them down and I'll be very happy to reply to you. Meanwhile, if you have if you want to get some more ideas on how you can make your resume creative and stand out, make sure you watch my other video where I share with you 5 creative ideas on which you can make your resume like different and even more attractive. I know you might be thinking, how the hell can I make my resume even more attractive than that? Well, you can. Just watch that video and you'll get some ideas. Meanwhile, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe so you get more actionable videos, insights and strategies that will help you land on the job you want or grow within your organization that you're already part of. Thank you for your time and I'll see you soon again.